Okay. Da 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 da. We're live.
While inferior internet browsers blast you with a bunch of news that you don't care about, Opera GX. Games. They know what you like and they give it to you. They have a release calendar for all the next upcoming games. They also have random aggregated ones, which honestly, I found a ton of great games today, especially free ones. Let me tell you why Opera GX is the greatest browser that everyone should be using. First off, GX control. If your computer runs like this, or seems like it's running inside here, then just slap on GX control, which lets you limit the amount of RAM and CPU that your browser uses, and bada bing, bada boom, you're out in Green Biome City.
There we go. Gotcha. Gotcha. Is that my feed? I was kind of hoping for a nicer looking feed than that. Looking pretty, I don't know. Hey, Red Fox, what's up first? It's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to spill it out and see where we're headed and go from there. I will be solo tonight for the simple reason John's plane was late and I didn't want to postpone the show any further. So that is a downside. So I will be talking mostly about my channel and some of the podcast and what's going on. How clear is it? Is my audio good? No, we're behind a little bit there. Just trying to figure things out. I don't know if I can read this without having to block my other screen. Let's see if that works. Because I have more screens going on. Audio sounds good. Cool. Could pull the mic a bit closer. All right. How's that? Is that better? Little fuzzy on the camera? Okay, let me try and fix that. See, on the Elgato screen, it's clear. On my stream, it's... I don't know if it can't stream at the 1080p I set it at. Not sure there, but that could be the issue. Is it any better? Or should I do a little bit more fine-tuning? Okay, that seems to be the wobble. The wobble of camera death. So I have it crystal clear over on the other part. I think that the stream is not going to look as crisp until it's rendered, I'm guessing. So I just wanted to start early, and the only reason why I'm starting early is just to hear myself talk and just to, for example, wait for people to come in. I find that if I start on time, halfway through, people start showing up and then they're questioning what had happened, and I'm trying to avoid that. So I did a little setup here. Just there's reasoning behind it all. Just to kind of go over. I mean, we know Be Quiet is the big boy on campus in my studio, and it's just another section. I mean, there's a mess back here. Even my PC game library needs to be cleaned up. It It was all alphabetical. Now it's a mess. Yeah. So, I mean, today, so my wife now works for a thrift store. And there's a great bonus and a downside to it. And I just want to say it because it's been driving me nuts. Now, my back, I'm in a lot of pain, so I might be fidgety. So today I go in to pick her up, and I take a look at the games and stuff right away. I want to see. She's now in the game department and the books, so she sees everything. She told me the pile of stuff came in. Now, I get a discount there, and it's wonderful because I get I won't say the discount. We won't say the discount. And I won't say what store it is. I'm just going to say thrift store. And here's the catch. I almost told her as a joke to quit. So I would go into this thrift store 2, maybe 3 times a week. And now that she works there, it's 48 hours before I can touch anything. I'm not even allowed to buy it at regular retail. Whatever they have it priced at, I'm willing to pay that for things that I really want. And I'm not allowed. I have to wait 48 hours and hope to God it's still there when I get back. It bums me out so bad. So what's there now that's really got me in a bunch is Halo 2, PC, boxed, and I want it for my collection so bad. I have the Halo 1 over in my collection, and I've been looking for the Halo 2. Yeah, right? It's crazy. You would think that I'd be allowed to at least pay full price for it. But I can't. So I just find that, I don't know. Hey, I don't make the rules. The problem is they don't want employees having dibs on the product, and that includes husbands and family and kids. But at the same time, I looked out on one thing. I got a Halo Legends DVD today, which was really cool. It's got 7 episodes or something animated. I thought that was cool. I know, things disappear in 24 hours. You're right. And the one bonus is, I think the game is priced wrong, so it's a little higher than what people... See, usually video games are $4.99 now since the pandemic. And then PC games are $2.99, which were $1.99. Now, I'm okay at $2.99. I mean, that's still a great deal. But these ones were priced at $4.99 because I guess they're in a nice box and whatever. And I'm willing to pay the $4.99. I didn't care. But I honestly can't have it, so it's one of those things where you're like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'm just hoping with that price tag, nobody takes it. And, I think, what is it? It went out today. So not tomorrow, but the next. So if it went out today, I think Saturday I can go pick it up. So that's crazy. Yeah, I hope I'm able to get it too. See, the other thought was I'll send a friend in and just buy it, right? But then I feel kind of, I don't know, dirty or guilty. But now if my friend goes in there and buys it and I didn't ask him to, totally different ballgame. But yeah, I just got the Halo. I don't remember where I put it. Now I don't know where I put it. I'm just hitting stuff here. Halo. Where are you, Halo? Right there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I don't think you can. But yeah, so I got the original Halo not that long ago. In fact, I'm not sure if my friend picked it up for me somewhere. But it is what it is, and that's the end of it, right? I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Life is life. And, speaking of life, well, I have applied for 4 jobs in 4 days, and they all came back saying I wasn't going to be up for further consideration. Why? That's a bit rough. I always hear you're overqualified. Well, if I was overqualified, I wouldn't be applying for your damn job. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Oh, the camera does look a lot clearer now. So I'm using one of my 4K fixed lens, fixed manual focus. And there's another one right here. I don't think you can see it really, but there is another one right here that I use for a down thing. And actually, this weekend, on Saturday at around 7 p.m., I will be filming a new... they're doing a free outdoor... Seaway Valley Wrestling's doing a big wrestling event outdoors. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 of these 4K cameras and a couple laptops and record different angles. I'm live. Yeah. Bye. So, sorry about that, guys. Well, I say sorry about that, guys. Actually, there's 2 people watching right now. Woo, and I got 2 thumbs up. Wow. Yeah, so it's just one of those things where I got, I'm going to put one camera on, I have what they call a C-stand. One's going to be up firing at the ring, and like an overcam, and the other one's going to be firing at the entrance where the wrestlers come out. I just thought it'd be kind of cool. And being hurt, I don't have to do any moving around. It'll just be that. I'll probably put a microphone, like maybe some high-end Mano. Oh, yeah. Sound is brought to you by Mano. Mano microphone on a rod or something out over so that people can hear it. I don't want the cameras recording the audio. As great as these 4K cameras are, forget it on the audio division. Drones. What about drones? Oh, record with drones? Yeah, I wouldn't be allowed to do that. I don't know. No reasoning was given. That's weird. Maybe they know your YouTube channel. Maybe they know who you are. I don't know. Well, welcome, Bitcoin. Drones, yeah, I would love to do that. I do have some here. I personally don't think the ones I have here have enough quality. Even my commercial, or I shouldn't say commercial, hobby grade ones, still wouldn't be clear enough. So, just so everybody knows, another reminder, John will not be attending as his plane was late. He's trying to fly back home. I know you guys are probably seeing a beer here. It's a near beer. It doesn't have any alcohol. This one's from PC, President's Choice, and it's called Blonde Brew. It's actually pretty good. I want a DJI Maverick 4K, yeah. I want a good quad moving on for the show down the road, like something with Follow Me, and even that little one that I did a review on that is doing really well for views. If the camera was better, it had it all. It had Follow Me, it had everything. So that was pretty impressive for a cheap camera. But you're right, I do want to. I used to have a hobby. Oh my god. Can't remember the name of it now. I want to say Hobbycraft or Hobby Horizon Hobbies or whatever it was. They're 350, which was a big copter, and we had the gimbal and the cameras on it, or we could put our own 4K cameras on it. Oh boy, here we go again. Hello, Paul speaking. Hello? Terrible. You're interrupting my live broadcast. A-hole. That's what that was. These are those guys calling and going, I should have kept them on the phone. It probably would have been funnier. These are the guys that are going along going, yeah, I got a blonde in my basement. Hope Bullet likes blondes. I hope so too. Well, after I'm finished with it, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Bullet can do whatever he wants. So it's these guys call asking to clean my ducks. Well, when I start talking to them, I start talking about the ducks that are in my backyard in the ravine. And they're acting stupid. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how many ducks can you do in a day? And the guy sits there stunned. And I'm like, dude, I could have anywhere from 50 to 100 go through here in a day. And click. That's what I get. Click. I wouldn't mind having one with 1080. That would be, yeah. See, yeah, that's right. And a 1080p quadcopter is all you're really going to need. If it does do 4K, I would dumb it down to 2K. And like even this camera right now that we're using for the stream, I'm not broadcasting in 4K. I dumbed it down to 1080p. Why? I want the cleanest picture that I can possibly produce going out to you guys. Now, I made a little setup here, and that is due to there's a few things I want to talk about and a few things I want to show. Moving on and talking about certain things. It's been a interesting ride, but I'm going to wait for more people to come in, and we'll go from there. I know some people have reached out to me and asked if I was okay. I'd like to say yes, I'm okay, but kind of not. I mean, I'm in pain. But that's part of this game, and the game that I guess I really don't like to play, but unfortunately it is what it is. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a drone that is capable of 4K, but it has to be small enough that I can't actually get in trouble. See, that little drone that I did a review on, that thing flies for a ridiculous amount of time and has 3 batteries, so I could get well over an hour of flight time with that thing. It's just unbelievable. The flight time on it is absolutely amazing. And that's partly due to the fact that it's not brushless motors. It's regular motors, being, $50 quad. But because they're brushed motors, the lipos can run them for a lot longer. I know it seems to be weird, but it's actually true. Because you can't put a lot of torque and power into them that a brushless motor can deliver and take. So in that sense, for sure, yeah, it would be great if it had a better camera. And if I could figure out a way to mount a better camera, I might even think that through. Because like I said, it had follow me. It had stabilization, sit, and just, hover. It had all kinds of cool stuff. Now, being a cheap quad, it was kind of hard to dial in for stability reasons, but I mean, wind is definitely going to move a quad that's only about this big. So there's, issues there. But overall, I mean, for $50, it was a really nice deal. It wasn't the 4K that it advertised. I'm on the high fence thinking it's 1080. I don't think so. It did not look 1080 to me. But yeah, definitely. Check out AliExpress for some quads. I mean, you're gonna want to spend, I'm gonna say, at least a couple $100 before. I don't think video is going to be any good till then. At the same point, be careful, because they rebadge that $50 quadcopter and say that it's and then they got 180 on it all of a sudden. So that's something to be careful about. So anyway, I am going to pop this open while I'm waiting. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that. ASMR. That's right, Bitcoin. I'm drinking near beer. It's so near to beer that it has no alcohol. But it tastes actually pretty good. And I'm not a beer guy, so I just wanted something different to try. And this blonde brew, I think it's like $7 at the grocery store. I picked it up and I was like, oh, wow. Look at that, guys. Not too much head, you know? Yeah, that's right. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if it's not cold, I ain't touching it. It has to be, and that's why I'm opening it now, because it has to be icy cold. One cool thing about not having John on here, I'll just say it, I don't have to have headphones on. Facebook sponsored ads say you can get a 4K drone for $5. They also said for $29, including shipping, I was able to get a game chair. Go back and watch that video. Just saying. It ain't no game chair. In fact, whatever it was is in the garbage a long time ago. Couldn't even get my money back because technically something was shipped. Technically, I received it, And as far as PayPal's concerned, go beep yourself. I tried. They said that nothing criminal was done. And I'm taking photos of a cloth with the packaging. The packaging is so small with my address and everything on it. There's no way in hell a chair came in it. I would have laughed a little bit better if it had a mini chair. That would have been so cool. But it didn't. And the cloth was, I think, I want to call it a bib, but I think it was something to go on the bottom of your chair. But that's not the description that they said it was. They said a gaming chair, and they showed a picture of this chair. They never showed a picture of the cloth on it. But is what it is. Don't buy from Facebook ads. That is the take from this. Do not. Just don't. Just don't. And you know better. I know you do. So we got a few more minutes before, hey, Hobby Revolution, you said 8. Yeah, what I do, Hobby, Rev, hey Rev. What I do is I try to start it up a little earlier to start bringing people in before I talk about what the actual show is. I know some people might be starting to watch or something and go, what the hell? Your WTF really did WTF because I have no idea what you're doing. So, you can just call me Mr. Superstar. Ew. Call me Superstar. King of the world? Foreplay? Guy who knows more than most? Okay. I think you're going a little far with it. Yeah. Whichever you feel is best. Okay. All right. I'm a little creeped out right now. And if you want to say thank you to John for anything there, Rev, Jeff is fine as well. All right. I didn't want to say Jeff right out loud, but hey. So, Jeff's in the house. He's one of my B friends from Whitby, Ontario's. And or on Toronto. We'll just call it Toronto because no one else is going to know anything. Anyway, John will not be here tonight. You're stuck with me. You got to listen to what I'm about to say about everything that's going on, where I'm headed, what my plans are. Now, I'm winging this. And the reason for that is I do not like scripting very much at all. It's very off if I actually do a script. I don't normally do a script. I have to go clean up the car of puke. Is that for real? Then John is what makes this funny. Oh. Sorry. Oh, I'm not funny? Fuck you! Monkeypox is airborne now. We're all gonna die. Yeah, there was like, okay, they were making fun of what is that guy in the States that created COVID or whatever? He's on the hook for it now. He's in trouble. That doctor, their main doctor. They were making his voice happen. Geometry Wars, what's up? And he was like, so monkeypox is here, but we're gonna rename it COVID-19. It was one of the funniest things I ever heard. There's a radio station here that actually comes out of the U.S. I'm on the U.S. border for New York area. And Pfizer or whatever. Yeah, Mr. Pfizer or Pfizer. And he's like, yeah, we're going to rename monkeypox COVID-19. I was in stitches in the car. I just didn't know what to say. That was absolutely hilarious and about as true can get. It was absolutely amazing. Little man destroyed it today. Ew. In the SUV? What? That's crazy. That is not cool. What is this? Show. I always got a show with that Red Fox guy. Oh, that blad-headed nutcase. Yeah, that guy. Bald-headed. Car seat was a... Oh, God. I wouldn't be able to handle it, Jeff. I'd be puking. I'd be adding to it. I can't deal with puke in any which way or form. Guys, just so you know, the beer I'm drinking is a faux beer. It's a fake, or fake. It really does taste decent when it's cold, but there's 0 alcohol. I just wanted to try something out while I'm sitting here, and I didn't really want to crack in the Perrier right now. Oh, overflowed from... Oh my god, so that shit's in your... Ah, dude, you may never get all of that out. That's like breast milk curdling in your car. And it is curdling right now because it's so freaking hot here. Ew, ew, and ew. I think it's 33 here right now. Celsius, so definitely over 100 Fahrenheit. That is gross. Oh, like clam chowder. Dude, are you trying to make me puke on the show? Ah, dude, ew. WeatherTech floor mats for the frickin' win. Oh, wah, wah, wah. So, yes, I'm trying to. Well, good for you. So, guys, the title of this episode was... It's episode 26, so we're 26 episodes in. And I don't count when John is doing something when I'm not here. We don't call that an episode. So episode 26 is a true Game Over podcast. And that is what we're supposed to be all about. And the WTF are we doing? That's a great question. Oh, clam chowder. Oh, blah, blah. So what I want to say is sorry, because I'm barely tolerating the pain that's going up through my spine now. It has been a very messed up last month. I'm not going to get into all of the stuff. You guys know I suffer from depression. You know I suffer from extreme pain. And a lot happens. See, the thing is, the depression and the pain can go hand in hand. If I'm in pain and I'm upset, then I'm not going to go do the show. And that is pretty... Oh, he's not sending me a true picture, is he? I'm scared. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. So the bottom line is, it's hard to... I wouldn't send you that pic, LOL. Thank God. I thought he was sending me the puke picture. Avoid tongue depressors. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm limited, right? And I also am a computer wholesaler. So I run my own business here. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. I get by. And that being said, the last 2 weeks were actually busy for me. And busy could just mean, 2 or 3 or 4 notebooks or computers a day that I may have to work on. That will take me the whole dang day to do, 4 laptops. It's really bad. Just because of pain and whatever. And most of that stuff is done right here. I mean, it is. This area becomes a very big multi-role. Seriously, though, going to try and clean up a bit, then shower. Yeah, I think so. I'll leave this running if John happens to see. Yeah, so what happened to John is his plane was late. So he's probably fallen in around 9. I'm really hoping I don't have to sit here till 9. So he's probably not going to show up. But just say thank you to him. He's going to watch the show. So, John... Jeff says thank you for allowing the things that are coming to your home. Thanks to me. I didn't even get a chance to ask. I just did it. Sorry. Deal with it. Or you can keep the thread rippers. Oh, I didn't say that out loud. Anyway. 2 thread rippers. Yeah, 2 thread rippers mounted in motherboards. One with a water block. And they're going to come to me next. So... wait for those videos. Especially one of them. It's going to be a very interesting video. Hola. Hey, Daedalus. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Everybody hit that damn like button. Jeff. Everybody. Jeff. Everybody. Jeff. Yeah, so John won't be here. He missed his, or not. I like to say he missed his flight. We can blame it that way, but that's not what happened. He actually plane was delayed or whatever. And then I texted him, I'm like, "Am I solo tonight?" And he was like, "Oh shit, my plane was late." He didn't even remember the podcast was happening. I guess because we've turned it to Thursday, and I apologize for that. I'm not going to get in again to what's happening. I will say that, like I said, the pain and depression, you guys already know. I'm not going to broken record this or just keep talking about that. But I will tell you where we're headed. Plus another water block. Oh, yeah. Plus another water block. That's right. Unless it's that kit. I bought one, too. I did like it. Was number 3. Ooh. Well, now I got 5 likes. See, all I got to do is shoot my mouth off. Like the damn thing or I'll come find you. A reminder again, guys, this is no alcohol beer. Doubtless, if you like beer and you want something without alcohol, the PC Blonde is actually pretty good, I gotta say. Now, I'm a guy that can't drink beer unless it's ice cold because I can't stand the taste of it. Here's the stuff you don't want you to see. There is the stuff. Yeah. Well, so anyway, bottom line is, moving forward, I want to kind of, I don't know if I should put a poll up in the community tab. I don't find people really pay attention to my community tab. But I want to know what you guys want to see moving forward as far as a video podcast goes. Did you guys want to see me? Because here's the thing. If I'm going to do a podcast and I'm behind on work, like knick-knack stuff, like things that I should be building or doing or whatever, like the Nintendo Wii. That is done. I did finish filming off camera. But it was a couple days later, of course. You just strip from it? You want me to strip? You gotta start paying me, bro. Hit that money button. Anyway, so that video was good because it kept me entertained. It kept me my mind off it. Yeah, unacceptable. Yeah, that's right. Before the second case. I don't drink alcohol. I just don't drink it. The pole? You just strip from it? The pole. Ah, ha, 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 ha. You guys want me to mount a pole in here? Because that's even weirder. So, yeah, I just want to know, are you guys looking for the talking head type thing like this? Are you guys looking for tech bits, like where I'm working and talking and getting something done? Because I will tell you, and I'm just going to show a few things that I'm working on and how far behind I am. So, for example, okay, moving forward, I do have a lot of things that I need to be doing. I do have a lot of sponsored items, not sponsored as in they sponsored a channel. By the way, speaking of sponsors, don't forget Be Quiet, because Be Quiet is definitely, everything here is kept cool and powered by Be Quiet. And that's the new Be Quiet test bench. That's been fully upgraded. It's absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. I love it. But that is the new Be Quiet test bench. That being said, there's some stuff coming from Be Quiet in the near future that is going to be freaking awesome. There's, I got controllers here I'm behind on. I got builds that I'm behind on. And when I say behind on, I mean like a year. What's this? Hopefully he's not saying something weird because I just accepted it. I like the tech bits, aka tech tips. Buddy builds stuff and just shouting the shit. Yeah, see, and that's, I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed the Wii thing, just building it. And it's something that's mine, That unit now has the LastGameHunter logo on it. It looks really good. Do I care about the Wii too much? No. But I have them here. Why not play around with some of the stuff? Everybody's going to watch something different. So, a few things. One, I invested in I hope you can see this. It should be, this is basically, I guess you could call it a webcam, but it's not. It has it's a microscope, but it's a video microscope. Okay, so it plugs in. You guys will be able to see what's going on down here on a video, because I can make this an actual other camera in something that I'm working on. Now, I do have another thing coming, because as I got older, I find it hard to work on little things now. So I have a commercial, like your dentist magnifier, with the lights, but it's just big. It's really big, and it's heavy, and I can't go lifting it. So I have a lightweight one coming that just clamps to my desk, so I can actually start doing some soldering and other things like that. Because, well, one, I have some motherboards that need to be worked on, vintage stuff. I'm just going to take this and put it out of the way now. Out of the way now. So, what's this? More fixer videos. Girls like candle videos? Guys like to seem... Okay, alright, I got what there. Fixes, complete with mistake. Well, it's going to have the mistakes, just like I did with the Wii. I put a screw in that didn't belong there, and off camera, I gotta say, it took a little bit to get it out. Like I finished it 2 days later. I do have, from the camera that's up here, I do have all of it filmed in like a much higher resolution than what you guys were seeing, of course. I just got to cut and edit and voice over it, because I don't want the podcast on it. I want to make it more of a educational video. So that's going to happen. I just don't know when. But there's a lot of neat things. So that was one of the tools I bought, was the idea of being able to see and work from the screen that's up here, and be here and solder and do what I need to do. For example, Project Windows 98 has some bad capacitors on the board, like I pointed out in the video. I need to pull those capacitors and put new ones on. Sorry. So, another thing I picked up, and this is brand new, I haven't even opened it yet, is I decided to get a smart sensor. This isn't very expensive. It's a digital sound level meter. Because moving forward, doing water coolers, AIOs, fans, I want to see what they're actually putting out as far as noise levels go. And maybe even builds. When a build's done, how noisy is that build, For example, how noisy is my gaming computer in a Be Quiet 802 versus, something else, some other thing. Bottom line is, though, I'll be able to fart checker. Yeah, it's a fart checker, and that will be an episode. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I got this little guy here. We're going to open it right now just for fun, because I want to see it. Oh, okay. So it's actually pretty neat. It's very small. Microphone, of course. Some buttons and power or whatever. And takes AAAs. So this is just going to be another tool that because I want... So what I'm trying to say is... Oops. Now I can't get the stupid thing back on. Sound. Yeah. So what I want to do is... Oh, it's even got rubber here. Wow. This thing was only like... I don't know if I paid $20 for it. Canadian. So for you guys in the States, $1. I don't know. What I want to do is I want to get more techie, like I said, and more into what I love to do. And there's reasons. The reasons why I want to get more hands-on and doing things is because I've forgotten how to. And I don't mean I forgot how to. I mean, I forgot what it was like to be me, if that makes sense. When I was working on the Wii, that is what I enjoy doing. I enjoy fixing, working, and doing things with my hands. I'm an electronic guru, like wannabe. I won't call me a guru. I can fix things, yes, but I'm not the guru of all gurus. But what I'm trying to say is I just want to get back in touch with myself, and maybe it'll help my mental state. Maybe I'll have a more positive attitude. You know, that kind of thing. Like, it's just one of those things where I thought that was a good idea. So not only do I have this, I actually also have a power meter to plug into the wall to test what a computer's drawing. So that's something else I bought. I bought that probably a summer ago, and it's still in the box. Just to give you an idea of, the ideas are here, and then they just, woo. Yeah, I destroyed a computer by desoldering the CMOS battery. That's not a destruction. I could fix that. I mean, worst case scenario, I can fix it. Okay, so that's two things. So I want to be more into the sound. What I say this is be quiet, but how quiet? How quiet is Corsair? How quiet is Easy DIY Fab? And so on. So I'll be able to just kind of say, hey, if you're looking for quiet, this is a good idea. These are good fans. If you're looking for performance and so on, well, you can't always expect quiet, but I can tell you how loud it is. And some people are really looking for that. So there's some technical neat things I want to get into besides just testing temps and benchmarks, and I want to get into some more benchmarks, but I have to wait for the channel to grow a bit because I can't afford to be going out and buying video cards after video cards and CPUs after CPUs. Yes, there's new stuff launching soon. I'd love to be able to say I can go out and grab it, but we don't know. Now I'm going to show you a sneak peek on stuff too. Near beer. Okay. You guys know about the project I got to do for the Commodore. I don't know if you can see it, but it's down there. There's a motherboard there. There's the CPU. Everything you need to get the Commodore up and running. I got to do an open box because mine is a different revision than what John's was. And we're actually hoping to try and see if we can get that guy on the show. And again, that's something I should be jumping into. I offered to lend you some, but you had way too much cool stuff to review. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, and that is a problem. Actually, funny enough, the board you donated to the channel. Oh, God, that hurts. I was looking it over, and this USB port here is smashed. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to remove the pins in there. I've never fired it up or anything yet. I mean, I'm not sure if they're even shorting, but I'm going to remove them just because I don't want them to short. Oh. And saying that, some wonderful guy donated something I've been looking for a very long time. And that is something to put this ISA sound card in. I now have a 486 DX266 vintage, beautiful vintage, great condition. We will be getting into a DOS build and maybe Windows 95, not 100% on the OS yet. But there's a lot of things coming. For example, this guy here. Now, if you guys are loving the old stuff, I mean, most of us are old enough that we all played the old stuff, right? We love the old stuff. This here, my friends, there's a little CD-ROM. Boop. See, I'm showing you all kinds of cool stuff, and we're not even doing open box videos. This here is a floppy emulation device. So basically, it does plug into the floppy cable and floppy power, just like you would a floppy drive. It mounts into the 3.5, just like, or 2.5, sorry, just like the floppy drive. And you select or you create floppy size partitions on a USB drive plug it in, and you select the floppy you want to use. I'm excited because now I'll be able to play all my titles without having to actually try and, run the floppies all the time, or it gets redundant. You're going to damage something down the road. See, I didn't believe you. That's cool. Yeah, so I did. I got it. So it exists. So now you guys are seeing something else coming up in a video, because I've been wanting the retro stuff for quite a while. And there was another really cool thing that somebody donated to the channel, and that was an AMD Duron computer that looks absolutely brand new. But I noticed some caps on it too, so I'm going to order up some caps for that, and we're going to do a repair on that one as well, even though it probably still works just fine. But caps, those old caps are absolute garbage. They just, back then, they didn't use the right capacitors. They're horrible. And look at this. I can't even get this back in the box the way I got it out, so let's just move that on. So that's getting into, like I said, another few things that I want to get into. And this is not anything new-ish, because if you go back to the old me in the channel, I always tinkered, I always fixed things, I always did things. And that's something that has been completely forgotten. And I want to have it back, because it really helps here, and I just want it back. They were packed with fish sauce. Okay. That's weird. All right. So, I'm going to run the intro because I forgot. And oops. Look at this. I'm going crazy here. I keep forgetting that I'm watching the delayed version, and the real version's way back there, but I'm not watching it. So I'm just hitting all kinds of weird shit and not getting what I thought was happening. Leaky capacitors. Yeah, they smell like fish. They do. Now, the Commodore. Why I brought that up. A few reasons. I've been playing around, remember, with my 3D printer, and I want to do something that is completely outside the box, literally. So we all know John put a PC in, and yes, I'm going to just put a PC in first and talk about the build, as it should be, because that is what is expected. Not everybody is going to do what I'm about to do. I 3D printed a replica of the floppy drive, the external floppy drive. So, I mean, it all comes apart, of course, because it's not back together yet. And yes, I did actually 3D print the floppy style front too. I might use that and then do like a 3D printed half floppy, just so it's kind of like sticking out or whatever to make it look really cool. I don't know yet. This was a rough print. I'm going to do a new one because I don't know if I want the full vent or I want the original front. Now, another thing I need to do is I need to figure out the color, match it, because I need to paint this to look like the Commodore, which I think is really cool. I'm really ecstatic about that part. And I've been playing around with some vents, like some ideas for venting and stuff. So why does this have 120mm fan holes? Well, that's because this is not going to be a drive. This is going to be a radiator. Radiator. So, I picked up a radiator that is going to go inside the box. Let's say, whoops. So I actually did increase the print to, I think 0.5 more. So instead of being a 1-to-1, I did 105%, or 105 instead of 100%. Like 100% was a 1-to-1, let's say. But I wanted to make sure it was wide enough so I was able to do something like this. And the idea behind that is, for example, just go into a Be Quiet product. Wow, that's weird. And we pull out a decent static pressure fan, because these are actually really nice. And that will mount inside, okay? And I'm hoping, I'm really hoping I did this right, because this is the first time. I only just got the radiator the other day. So this would go out here, or whatever. Mount on. And then this will go on top. And I got to run, it's going to be a custom water loop, right? So here's my thought. The external hose the hoses going from this drive will look like the power cables or the data cables. They won't actually look like it, but that's what they'll be representing, right? I'm even thinking about reprinting the housing for the power supply, like the original Commodore power supply, and actually doing the water pump in it externally, so you don't see it. So the idea here then, of course, is this, right? Now, I don't have anything bolted. I don't even know how I'm doing that yet, but there we go. So now we have a fan going. Now, because I don't like how dangerous that is, that's where I'm playing around with different venting. That might be underneath. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. Or do I want to just have a plain vent or a mesh put in? I don't really want a mesh. I think I want more of a vent. I think a mesh is going to hold back too much air, whereas this guy here will allow a lot more air through. This is just a design that I was playing with. It would even need to be shaved down, actually, because it doesn't quite fit the bill exactly the way I want it. Actually, it's not bad. Actually, it's actually very decent now. I guess it didn't fit the original one. Anyway, but I don't know if I like that. I'm also thinking about going with an ARGB fan. So it's maybe Commodore color or something neat where you see a bit of glow coming out of the radiator. So that is one of the other projects that I'm moving on with eventually. And again, let me know what you guys think. Should I go with maybe put a grill in here for more airflow? Or should I go with which is going to have a lot of airflow anyway, the original front to give me that original Commodore look? Now, I got to try and find the matching paint. I got to, do a number on this. My brother works for a sign shop, so I'll get him to do like the Commodore logos and stuff for it. So it'll look like an actual Commodore drive. That is my goal in the end. Looks like a vacuum tube. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool too. So it's just, I don't know. I've been really, playing around with ideas. I wanted to make that Commodore thing something really special, and I think this is going to nail it, because I wanted to do something that is completely outside the box. Get it? It's literally outside the box because it's not going to be in the box. And there's not a lot of room in there for what I would say a radiator or airflow. So this is going to keep it external, taking all the heat out. Keep it like it's on the face. Just what panel? And get your logos. Keep it like it is on the face. So you want me to go with this one because it's the original look. So I got the buttons too to print off, so the buttons go in, and I can just glue them in or whatever for now, because I'm not going to actually have them functioning. And this is actually a replica case, so if you were to print this without the holes in it, of course, and you left it at 100%, you can actually rebuild your old drive that is tarnished, cracked, or whatever into this case. The screw holes, the posts, everything are there. So that's really cool. That's where I haven't figured out how I'm mounting the radiator yet, but it's really cool. I'm really excited about this. Yeah, as original as possible. Yeah, I'm with you too, Daedalus. Yeah, I really think this was printed with a shiny. I didn't even take the knife and shave it down because I was kind of like, I don't like it. And then I bought some matte finish, and the print is so much better. And I guess maybe the quality of the plastic is better, even though it's the same brand name. But it's really good. So I'm going to reprint this. Maybe I'll throw that on the printer tonight and remake this one here in the matte. And then I'll know for sure how I want to go. So that's pretty exciting. Now, there's a few other really cool, exciting things too. I'm not going to give up, of course, on reviewing and that. And here's something weird. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. You guys haven't seen a webcam like this before. That's all I'm saying. There we go. You haven't seen anything like that before. In fact, I haven't seen anything like that before. I have no idea how good it is or how bad it is. But, yeah. So, now a big thing that has been sidetracked besides the Threadripper build. Yes, I want to start building that live too. My problem with the Threadripper build, guys, is I do need it to be up and running for my company. But I can't go lifting like the case, and I can't go lifting certain things. So I'm going to have someone here to help me, especially if I'm live. Because if I attempt anything like that and I get hurt, well, it's not going to look good for me, is it? Clock radio at the Russian hotel. Okay, yeah. All right, so that being said, there's a bunch of stuff here, and some of it just came in because I have waited over a year for stuff. And this, okay, I'm a Sega boy, and this is for me to build not one, but 2 Sega Game Gears. But there's more to it than that. Now, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of this. I'm not going to give you a sneak peek of all the parts, but I'll give you a sneak peek of this. So I'm just going to move this away. And there's another one of these in here, different. And then there's something different about the glass, for example, and so on. So here we go. I'm going to move this. This is a project that I've been extremely excited to do. But because of my loss of wanting and my want to do any of the stuff, I haven't brought myself to do it. So I figured if I ordered some new gear to go with the idea of what I was doing, maybe I can get excited again and get my mind flowing on doing rebuilds and repairs. Now, doing a Game Gear, this is not just going to be any Game Gears. Brand new LCD screen. I got to desolder and solder new parts in. It's going to be quite an endeavor, right? So one of the reasons why I ordered that other magnify light thing, so I can see the darn thing. Webcams are bad. Okay, they let the government spy on you. Well, that's why all my webcams have covers. I turned them all. I completely or unplugged them. I have a USB dock. I can show you one of them. I didn't. This is a new one I didn't bother putting in play yet, and it's probably getting dusty. So what it is, this one here can actually mount to your desk. So you should be able to see if I do this, I'm guessing. Oops, wrong way. So there. So I would mount it. Let's say there's another one of these at the back, okay, on this desk. And there's 4 USB 3.1s here. All right. And that allows me to plug cams in and unplug them. That's how I've been playing around with that. Hey! Quit your bitching. Wow. Anyone miss me? No, they all said that, actually, they did say that you were the funny one. Maybe it's because you make fun of me? I'm not sure. But anyway, that is how I take care of webcams, especially when my studio is full of, there's probably like 7 webcams, like commercial or whatever, set up here. So they have to either have caps or able to quickly unplug. So this is the reveal. I'm going to let you guys know. This is my coolest one. And this is something I'm going to be very proud of. Here is, I'm going to say Project LGH Game Gear. And that is actually printed on the shell. The shell is brand new. The gray is picked by me. This is coming out of the UK. And I have another one like this that does not have my logo, but it actually has the logo printed in the new glass. So I haven't figured out how I want to do this yet, well, I know how I want to do this one. I want this to be the LastGameHunter edition Game Gear with the brand new LED screen and all the mods. And when I say all the mods, I'll show you one more cool thing. Game Gears have a D-pad, right? If you're familiar with the Game Gear, of course. There's a little ring that would go over where the D-pad goes. That's weird. Why would I have that? Well, here's why. The company Retro6 that makes these out of the UK also create new boards. So I have a brand new soundboard going in here. I have USB-C going in here instead of the old power adapter. This is my first time looking at this, for example, and you can't really tell what it is like this. But let's see. I want to see what it's like too. I've never seen it. I just seen it photos. I was talking to the guy and he's like, yeah, these are pretty cool. And they make them. This is theirs. Very cool, man. Wait till you see what I've got for you, folks. Oh, he's trying to take over the show. Did Paul tell you that we have had in mind for the show? Yeah. So going forward, we were talking about the builds and stuff, and everybody seems to be on board with that. Okay. Guys, I don't know how well you're going to see it with this camera, but this, my friends, is an analog stick that goes in the Game Gear. Okay? So this is solders to the board with certain points, depending on what board you have. And here's the other beauty of it. It doesn't hurt your Game Gear. You're not modding it. If you don't like it and you want to change it back, you just desolder those contacts you made, and out it comes. So I want to make one. See, here's Retro 6 and everything all on the back. So they actually, they make the board. The guy out there is brilliant. He made the soundboard. There's so many different knick-knack cool things. There's actually a lithium battery charging kit. They're out of stock. I was trying to get it. I waited 3 months or more for this to arrive, mainly because I was hoping for the other stuff to come in stock, and the other option was I had a problem getting the logo printed onto the... I couldn't upload my logo proper to them. It was weird. You love that Be Quiet display? Yeah. Well, they're definitely something that's going to be talked about a lot in the very near future. So, anyway, analog stick in a Game Gear. So, I mean, how flippin' cool is that? Right? Now, I can't, I'm not sure exactly how it goes in yet, but let's say, let's see if I can just kind of get it to fit. Yeah. So let's say it goes in like this. Actually, it actually does. And now we have an analog stick instead of a D-pad. I'm a kid in a candy store right now. And to cover the hole, there's this little thing that goes underneath the stick so that there is no hole. I think this is an absolute brilliant, brilliant design. And I really wanted to try, it even has push-in. I really wanted to try this out on a Game Gear. I know it's something you shouldn't use on your retro Game Gear, but I think I'm going to have a little bit more interesting control with it. And the idea behind that is, like I said, I have 2 of these gray cases that were made for me. Again, one has the logo in the glass, and one has the logo like this printed on it. And that one will have the D-pad, okay? And that one is not going to be an LED mod or an LCD mod, like screen. It's going to be a backlight mod using the original screen. I want to use the original screen on one, and I'm probably going to use most of the original stuff. I don't know if I'm going to order a new soundboard for that one or not, but I have ordered a soundboard and everything for this. I'm just, again, a kid in a candy store. I'm not going to bother putting that back in there. It was hard to get out. I just blown away about the little things that they make. And if you guys want to check them out, let me know, and I'll put a link down in the description for Retro 6. They are not sponsoring. I paid for all this just to be sure that you guys are aware of that. I will do a review on, and maybe, an open box of all the knickknacks I have to show what the project's going to go or where it's going to go, because there's a lot of stuff in here too to talk about. The fit, finish, and build, is it the same as the original, and so on. So there's definitely some definite cool video coming here on that, and I'm just excited, very excited, because, well, I mean, I'm not a big portable fan, but back in the day, I played the Lynx and the Game Gear. That was my things. Just don't solder it upside down. Yeah, that would probably suck. Now, I'm pretty good at that stuff. At least I like to think I am. But, yeah. So, there's so many things going forward with the channel that I wanted to, kind of do a little thing to talk about, because I haven't been around. John's been trying to hold the fort. This was something I started with John, but it's something I came up with to do on my channel, and I feel like a letdown. Now, I don't know if I'm a letdown or that's the way my mind thinks, right? Again, when I'm doing these little knickknacks, I'm actually in a good spot, and I want my head to be in the best spot it can possibly be in. So, John, I don't know if you've seen the somewhat prototype thing going on here with the fan and everything in there and the radiator. It's just laid in there right now, though. But this is going to be absolutely cool. We had a little bit of a vote thing, and it seems like everybody wants me to go to the original as possible looking front, not the open front. Yeah, it is. I'm proud of this, guys. I printed this thing like 6 times before I got it the way I want it. 6 times. This piece here, printing on your bed, like just, and printing upward. I'm not going to lie. I even snapped this one in half. You'll see glue here. I snapped it, and I had to fix it because I'm like, oh my God, it was the best print ever. But I had put too much pressure on it, and I'm like, oh no. So I had this special glue for this type of stuff and fixed it. So I'm very happy about that. After 6 prints, I was done. So again, if you guys know or end up finding the color of spray paint or whatever I need for this to match the Commodore, please message me about it, because I'm going to have to order it either online or Home Depot or whatever the case is. It's definitely a project that I'm very proud of. It's near and dear to my heart. It's just something I thought would be awesome. I mean, I kind of want to help this guy out. As John knows, there's some things going on where, like I said, we're going to try and get that guy on the show with the Commodore. I'm not going to get into any of it. Anyway, I just want him to, if I can promote and prove to the world that this thing is so damn cool, and I don't even care if I share my files for people just to go print them. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'll share the files. You guys ever want to do an external water cooling on an old Commodore or one of these new shells or whatever the case may be, hey, feel free. I will send you the STL files for this drive. I spent the time playing around with it. It's now good, and away we go. Hell, man, I do gaming plays online. Yeah, so, I mean, there's so much you can put into it. And being able to externally cool it is going to make things flippin' awesome. Go to Home Depot and use the color matching machine. Can they do that with like a spray bomb? That's my problem, right? I don't want to brush it on. I want to make this thing, beautiful as possible. Yeah, Dada, I'm going to send him a C64 case. You're going to send who a C64 case? Me? I'm going to send him a C64 case. You're going to send me a C64 case? Is that what I'm hearing? what's a C64 Mini? If you want, I can actually go grab one, but C64 Mini is an emulated Commodore made by Retro. Can't remember the I don't think it was Retro 6. But anyway, it allowed, and I have one completely modded to have every Commodore game on it. The keyboard doesn't function, so you have to use an external keyboard. So in the end, you do need basically a hub, a USB hub. You have to have it. No function keys yet, but you can still pull, and it comes with that expensive gaming joystick. That joystick by itself is like $60-$70. It's ridiculous, but it's decent. I have one on my stage. Yeah, I have two of them. I have one that's in my game room on my mini shelf for all my minis, and then I have another one that they were clearing them out, and I think I paid $19.99 for it. So it's left sealed in the box just to have it. Now, Commodore has made a full-size 64, or I think it might be the Amiga. The Amiga, I think, is a mini. But there is in UK, you can get a Commodore 64 full-size with the emulation and everything, and the keys work. So, yeah, the 64. It's from the same company. And now you can get the Amiga 500. But I think that the keys still may not function. I'm not sure. I do have one. I'm so sorry, guys. I've been really tired. I do have one on in my Amazon shopping cart in the US. I think they were $200 American. I'm not sure. Yeah, so there you go. He probably, the C64 Max. Is that what it is? Here, let me just click that link so I won't be able to read anything for a second, guys. I just want to see this. Currently unavailable. Yeah, you'd have to go to Retro Games Ltd. Yeah, Retro Games Lid. They make them. Micro switch joystick, right? And full-size working keyboard. Now, keep in mind, that could be just like our shells, the idea of it anyway. But this is awesome. Like, this is absolutely awesome. And I love it. And I do want one, but I don't want to pay like the ridiculous pricing that I've seen. Similar items. C64 Mini. Yeah, see, the C64 Mini, you can get them for $40 US right now. But it's not, in my opinion, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Oh, $139 American for the Amiga 500 Mini. Like, I want a real Amiga, but I don't want the keyboard Amiga. I want the PC Amiga. It's just been something I've always wanted and never could have. So that is definitely something on my radar. It's just people want too damn much for stuff. And I'm a poor YouTuber. The color matching machine will tell you the exact color of the original case. Then you can get it mixed up and airbrush. Now, dude, now you're telling me to go buy an airbrush. You're expensive, Data. You're expensive. So, I do have a compressor, but not a compressor would be too heavy. Excuse me. Yeah, it's very light and weighted down. Yeah, by lead. And that is true. There's actually lead, lead inside to weight it down. Which is not a horrible thing. It's just keep in mind that there isn't much. It's a little motherboard. It's like a Raspberry Pi, right? So they're not heavy. But you got to put a little bit of girth to it to make it, I don't know, seem decent. Nobody likes to pick up a light thing. Yeah, it's smaller than a Raspberry Pi, yeah. I like ours better. Absolutely. Don't eat the lead. Especially in the state of California. Cause cancer. Yeah, it's now $1 gallon of gas for a personal dance. Oh boy. Yeah, we're my car is $2.30. What are we, gallon, right? Yeah. You guys are liters? No, you guys are gallons. $2.30 a liter for me to put gas in my car because it has to be premium. And then the SUV is $2.20 or $2.10. $2.10 I think it is right now. For a full tank, me, love you long time. That's $7 a gallon. Yeah, and that's about where you guys are. Am I correct? It was about $7 a gallon. So again, I apologize for not being available, and I'm gonna try my best to be there for you guys and get things done. If you guys are cool with the whole building stuff while we're doing a live podcast and chat and shoot the poop, then I'll be able to get more done that I can't normally get done because I don't have time to get it done. And again, I have so many projects from 2 years up. If I had walked you guys out into my hallway out there and you've seen the shelves and the lineup of product that's out there, there's stuff I've forgotten that I got. Forgotten. And that is absolutely disgusting. I never wanted to be that guy. And unfortunately, without getting my head in check, I don't want to do it. And because I haven't done it in so long until I did that Wii, I feel like that it completely has slipped my head. Do you favor us to share the podcast when we go live to whatever social media you're on? Every new viewer helps. Absolutely. So if you want to share, if you like us, you hate us, you think we're a bunch of idiots, whatever the case may be, share it on your social media platforms, and maybe we can get 6 viewers instead of 5 or something like that. I don't know. So that was fun. Yeah. So Jeff, guess what? John's here. So just thought you might want to know. John is actually here. He had to go pick up, yes, CTS, yeah. He had to go clean up puke in his SUV from earlier today. That's got to stank. It was 33 degrees where I am, and the humidity was making it worse. It was just reading comments. Yeah, I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. So, guys, I showed you a bunch of little things. I don't know how exciting that is for you guys or how cool it is, but to me, it's what I love, and to me, it's what I want to move forward doing and getting back into what I really did and started the channel on. Originally, I started the channel, of course, just based on video game collecting and video games and talking about, my favorites for this or for that. But as the time grew, my love for computers was exceeded my vintage computer game collection. I love my vintage games. I do. I don't really care so much about the newer stuff, but I do get it. But I want my vintage stuff. Like I said, we have a 486 now, and I have a DX4100 from AMD coming to put in it. I hope it works. I have a bunch of cool things, like you've seen the floppy thing. That's going to be an amazing thing to play around with. And maybe, just maybe, no, that would have been, you can actually plug them into your Commodore as well. The real name that people usually buy is Gotek, but you're paying like $60 for it, and this one here was $20. They look identical. So I've done some, review watching and so on, and everybody said nothing but good things, so it seemed to me, why am I going to spend $60 when I can do the same thing for $20? Does the Gotek really have any advantage on it? I don't know, but I will find out. So that's going to be a really cool, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing video, and maybe we'll try and do that live, so I can have people go, hey man, type this in DOS so you know what the heck you're doing. Yeah, that might be needed, big time. So, Cyrex 686. So sexy back in the day, LOL. Yep, and I have a Cyrex chip sitting up on my shelf it's hanging out with 2 AMD K62s, which I'm still trying to find a board for. Yep, no, and it was a, yeah, I think the Cyrex chip I have is an SX, so it's like the shitty one. I gotta drink it now because it's getting warm, and I don't like the taste of beer. Fake beer, but tastes better than most beer. Again, guys, if you're looking for it, I don't know about in the States. President's Choice, I think that's a Canadian thing. It's called Blonde Brew. It's about $8 for 12, or $7 or something for 12. It's not bad. I know it's not beer. I don't drink alcohol. Oh, I'm feeling a little tipsy right now. Hey, baby. I mean, whoa, that was weird. You think John's funny? I can be funnier. Yeah. So there. Guinness, or now there is a red brew from this company, so I'm thinking about picking it up just to see what it's like. But I can't drink alcohol. I won't drink alcohol, so it's like Milwaukee's Best. This stuff is making me gassy. Hopefully it won't come up my butty. Ginger beer. I don't know if I could be into that. I've been fiddling with my patterns. Can you make a full suit of armor? Yeah, Daedalus has been showing me some pictures of, I guess, the helmet and everything that he's been working on. And considering the material he's using, wow. It looks amazing. I'm very impressed with it, Daedalus. So keep doing it. Keep sending me stuff to let me see how you're moving forward with it. It's awesome. Prepare the command processor local. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what or how. Is it plug and pray? Is it plug and play? Is it plug and go? I don't know. So that is something we'll find out together. I might, like I said, I probably will do that live. I did have the 486 up here for about 2 weeks. It's fully functional. It's working. I do need to remove the board. The old lithium batteries that are soldered down to, I don't know if they were rechargeable. By the look of it, I'd say it is leaking or leaked. It's got corrosion on the sides. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm probably going to put in a removable battery setup, so it'll be like the watch battery. If it's not a charging port. If it is a charging port or charging circuit, then I'll have to put another lithium battery in there, but not sure. Yeah, no, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's really cool. The spaces didn't stay. I gave you a simple DOS menu script, then a FTP script. Oh, last time I logged into your computer, buddy, I almost had to call the cops. Not cool. Not cool. So, guys, I'm sorry. I am hurting. It is getting hard for me to stay. Maybe I just need to get up and stretch. Maybe that's a good idea. Oh. There you go. You can see my mess. You guys have no idea what kind of a mess is here. Oh, my God. Also, I don't know if you guys watched my video on the At Games mini gamer, the stick that me and John showed off in a live thing. It's actually pretty decent. I'm liking it. And I do have a project coming up for it, and I'm going to be putting 7,500 games additionally on it, if I can pull it off. We'll see. So that video I'm hoping to do soon, but I have to get a video done because this was sent out to me. I think I may have shown it before. It's from NYXI. Now, it's not in here because it's actually on my Nintendo Switch, and it's actually a very wicked controller. Very impressed with it, but I still have to do some final reviewing on it. I need to get some footage. All I've been doing is playing every once in a while when I had a reason to. So I do need to, really get down, do some video work, and help and make these people happy. They sent it out to me for free. I didn't have to purchase it. Still, free to review how I wish to review it. But at the same time, I don't like to let people down, and that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm just letting them down. I'm just so behind. I wish there was people out there that, could work with you and you didn't have to pay them. Like a camera guy. I know it sounds stupid, but man, a camera guy can make the huge difference with the zooming in, and zooming out and coming closer and looking at something that I'm trying to point out instead of me having to cut, paste, do this, do that, It's just amazing what can be done when you have two people versus one. I'm jacked when you build massive gaming machines. It was a letdown. What? I'm jaded, not jacked. Sorry, the screen's a little further away. It's a 32-inch, but it's further away. An editor would be freaking great. Oh, yeah. I built Project Game Over, the big gaming rig that I have, and I've not even showed it off. And that is my best work so far. And it hurts me. I feel deep down, I built that. I wanted to show what I'm capable of. And it's just sitting over there. So one day I'm going to get someone to take it and move it over here. We're going to do a test with the fans that are in there now and temps running something heavy. And then I'm going to change them to Be Quiet light wings. And I'm hoping they kick their booty and I can leave those in because I'll go over the Asia horse. They're good and they're not. I'll explain. They're good. They do have a decent static pressure, but there are things about them, and I think I may have talked about it when I did the review, but they bleed air. I will explain that when I get to that video. But I do want to get to it and talk about that system because I'm very proud of it. I'd love to teach my wife or daughter how to edit. Yeah, see, I don't mind doing... I guess I shouldn't say that. I'd like to say I don't mind doing the editing. But overall, I would rather have... See, in the beginning, my wife kept me in control. She was available at all my video shoots saying, do it again. That sucked. Do it again. I didn't like it. Do it again. And at the same time, it was cool and horrible all at the same time because then I know, I usually like to do a take and away I go, but that's not how it all works. And Jeff used to be in a bunch of them, or some of them, at the time too, and we put tons of time in it. I'm not a computer anymore, but the show is still running. Oh, jerk. Yeah, 29 without, and feels like, was it? So in Toronto right now, or the Whitby area, give you an idea, guys, it's 29 degrees, and it feels like the humidity is this bad. 39. We're talking disgusting Florida heat here. And we're in, Canada, where you guys think we build Eskimos or igloos. I want to review the teases 128 core CPU 5.7. Oh, what the hell is that CPU? I don't know. Anyway, I do know that some Ryzen 5 or Threadripper 5000s have made their way out on the market, and as me and Jeff know, $15,000 for a CPU is not going to happen. I'm not going anywhere near it. I'm just lucky that I was able to afford or get the little things that I got for a Threadripper. So, that's enough for me. Exactly what it says. Okay, that's cool. Epic, I'd love to do an Epic system where you use the Epic processors. I think there's 128 core, and I think there might be a 250 core. Not 100%, but it's so badass. Tom's Hardware? Okay, I'll check that out after. So, anyway, the bottom line is, this is what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm going to continue still doing the other stuff that I do, but I want to get a little more techie, and I got a lot of videos up there where, I made an Atari with a better video amplified video amplifier built in and audio and AV out, and made it look literally like an HD through RCAs. So I have built the Igloo, and it was plus 28 today. Okay, that's interesting. So I mean, there's a lot of videos out there. If you go and look, I've done, repairs to Sega CDs. I've done ColecoVision. I've done Intellivision. I've done, and I love that stuff. And even today, those things were done years ago. And today I'm still answering, hey man, I want to do this. I've had people say, hey, can you do this for me? I'll pay you, but I'm so behind. I can't have people send me from all over the country or all over the world these units for me to fix, and tell them it's going to be 6-7 months before I get it done. But if I was doing live repair, then I would probably use it that way. What am I going to do, Paul? What are you going to do? That's some game power there. What are you going to do, John? What are you going to do, John? So, John, I'm not 100% where John's totally going yet. The gun thing is definitely going to air guns. I want to say air guns. He's going to do mods of, these air guns. I want to say air guns. Do not demonetize me. He's going to do some mods. I know he's got probably about 4 or 5 units that he still wants to do stuff on, and that stuff is doing very well for him. I just don't want him to forget that he's a computer thing too. And I get that because I have the wrestling. And again, like I said, Saturday I'll be out filming. At 7 p.m. I'll be filming a big event that they're doing for free. It's a charity event. And they got some big names there, so I'm pretty stoked. It's usually pretty good. I'll be running twin 4K cameras. Plus, I have my 4K Sony that I normally do my videos with out there as well on a tripod for doing not runs because I can't run, but getting close to the ring if I have to, and so on. Hey man, it's the lack of orders keeping me from reviews. Oh, what? Hey man, it's lack of orders keeping me from reviews and builds, but it's coming back. See, that's where I'm different, because I'm not building something for somebody, and if I am, I'll do it. That's absolutely for sure. Like I did a bunch of gaming, like some younger guys in the city. They wanted me to build their machines, and I did it. And I'll do more, absolutely. But everything that I'm doing is stuff that I've either bought or someone has sent me or something I really wanted to play around with or whatever. So I don't wait for tech gear. I'm very, if you ask Jeff, I'm really bad. I will, if I'm depressed and sad, sometimes I'll just buy something stupid for $300 and I'll be, kicking myself later going, what the hell did I do that for? Dude, I have a very expensive computer case, Jeff knows about this, with a full front LCD screen. The whole front panel. I haven't even taken it out of the box. I don't even know if it's smashed. And I think that was a year ago. So, that'll tell you the stupid things I do that I never get around to. Yeah, but I don't have folks licking my toes for reviews yet. It'll come, buddy. It'll come. But like I say, your number one videos are more focused now towards these weapons and air guns. That you're probably going to get these guys contacting you more than you will what I'm getting contacting me. You'll also forget that my Make a Pie episodes always do well. Yeah, so I mean, that's another thing, right? Playing around with the pies. You make them for whether you're using it to make some for resale in your flea market or whatever. You can get really unique with it, like we know, bake a pie. Yep. So I mean, as long as you don't put your woohoo in the pie, then we're good. But anyway, yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of neat little things, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of cater. So technically, once we get what I call a little more mainstream and things are back to normal, and we're doing a video where there's a tech thing going on, and then there's the, let's say, the gun modding, airsoft, and so on going on. At that point, we're bringing in two different communities that will probably overlap and like the communities. So, yeah, American Pie Hole. Yeah, I got one of those in this drive thing. So, that's the plan moving forward, that me and John will bring in two different audiences, and hopefully that audience goes to my channel, and my audience goes to his channel, and so on. And guys, I am about to hit 3,800 subscribers. I'm only about 225 or something away from hitting 4,000. I really want that to happen. That's something that has been back here for a long time, and I'm excited. I can't wait till it happens. At 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to do something for you guys. Maybe I'll put something up. Maybe it's going to be a big giveaway. I'll get something sponsored in so that it'll be something really cool and expensive to the best I can. So that's, you know, maybe I'll get Be Quiet to be quietly do something for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do stuff. I like to give back. So when they give me something that I should be giving away, so that there's stuff that they send me that is for me, for review, for me to use in-house, and so on. That's different. But when they send me like a power supply or something that's to give away, then that is to give away. I don't hold it. I don't keep it. And Mano has done the same thing. They've stepped up and given away microphones and so on. So that's really cool. Those two people have really stood by me, and that's why I talk about them in the show. They do not pay for the show. They do not pay for sponsorship in any which way or form. I respect them, and that's why they're a free sponsor of the show, right? I could call this the Be Quiet Studio for all that matters, you know? Do a KFC Nintendo build. Ooh. Chicken wings. I wish I had chicken wings right now. Buy me some damn chicken wings. Now. Make it look like a bucket. So I'll just buy a KFC bucket and throw a computer in it. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of things that we're going to be doing moving forward. I just wanted to have a chat, and I know you guys are loyal. I mean, you guys come in, you guys watch us all the time, and we respect that. We respect that. But we do also need to grow, and I got to figure out how that's going to happen for this show to continue. So getting, tech things done and stuff like that live, people get to see all the mistakes. I can do a video later after from the footage from another 4K camera up here that I can voice over, cut, edit, and make it shorter, and people can use that as an actual template to go fix something if they want to, right? So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do with that Wii, because I finished it up off camera 2 days later. I'm just going to, edit it up, voice over it, so it's not the podcast. That's what I want to stay away from. The podcast to me is the podcast. And then the footage that I got from the podcast is very usable, but I can use it in a different way, and I know it'll get more views. But I can also say this was streamed live, so a splash screen come up, blah, blah, blah. If you want to watch the whole uncut raw, here it is, and link to it. And then hopefully people will go watch it, find out we're a bunch of idiots, and go, wow, I'm going to sub that guy. We're going to watch him. That's the goal. That's the true goal here. What would be fun is to do a show on something that might be fun. Well, I don't know where to go with that. That's just, what the hell? He said, uncut raw. Yes, I did. Gotta make titles searchable for the masses. I don't like clickbait. I try to make my title as straightforward as possible, but I don't like clickbait. So that's a tough one. I don't know. Maybe I could say Bikini Girl ends up on the set, and I can have a picture of a bikini girl going across the background or something for a second. So I didn't lie. Or hire some young 18-year-old to just come in two-piece and walk away. This is funny. I ordered a microscope. Are you talking about the same idea that I just showed in the show? This guy here. John, I don't know if you knew about this, but this is so I can actually put it up on the screen so you guys can see me work on stuff. I think I can actually also mount this to an arm so that I can actually bring it up so it's out of the way. Half-naked women with your beard holding a keyboard in one hand and a pepper ball gun in the other. Except for I can't have a pepper gun here, so that's not going to work. Plus a 7.5 inch. Oh, so you got the one with the screen in it. See, I was going to do that. I really was. And the reason why I ordered this one, it was, I don't know, $30 maybe not, maybe 25. I can't remember exactly, but it's very clear. It's very amazing. This is actually metal or glass. I think it's metal. Something inside, and then metal. But anyway, I wanted to try it out first, and there's actually a photo button and everything here. So I think it's a photo button. Yes. Snap. Yeah. So there's a snap button here, and then there's I believe that's the light. So you can actually adjust the light and everything. And also there's the full, zoom in, zoom out thing. Plus you have the raising and lowering to get what you need. It's really cool. And I can't wait to I played around with it just to look at stuff. And it's cool because, like I said, I can plug that into the USB block over there. And I can actually have it come up in my OBS. And you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing. It works same as a webcam. So it's pretty cool. And I can't wait to play around with that too. Because, hey, why not? And what's cool about that too is sometimes you're looking at a product and you can't quite figure out what is wrong. Your eyes just can't see the tiny shit. With that, you're going to be able to zoom in so disgusting. I think it has a 50 zoom on it or 100 zoom. I can't remember which one I bought. And you can go right down to the nitty gritty and find a little tiny hole in something, a pinhole, a needle hole. And all that is what stopped it from working. A cold solder joint, pinhole, cold solder joint. Top it up, back in function. And until that point, you would just toss it. You'd be like, man, I'm not going to pay to get this fixed. I'm not going to whatever. And it's just hard. But those things are, with my eyes, that's going to be a blessing. Channels that intentionally clickbait their titles, unsub them. Yeah. And that's the problem, right? So if I start clickbaiting, I start losing people. And I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to. I want to grow the honest way. Maybe we just have Paul in a bikini on the show. All right. I'll do that. But you guys are going to have to start hitting that money button. Just saying. You gotta go hit. And every time you hit, I'll take something off. That's weird. That is messed up. Okay, guys, I could keep talking forever, but my body is saying, fuck you. And my mind is saying, that hurts. So, just go, what? Dude, bikini it up. Here, I'll do the, there you go. Alright? You can even see a bit of my underwear there, right? Can you? Because of my pants are way too loose because of the weight loss. There, I made a crop top. That is just wrong. But thank you, CTS, for the donation. That's all I need to do is start asking. Ah, well, now that I know that, I'll just ask more. Paul's blind to me. He's too white. Yeah, I think I do a little bit of outdoor work and there's a tone difference. Yes. Every bit helps. Absolutely, it does. Anyway, guys, I am going to call it a night for me because I'm hurting and I want to get into my other chair that supports my back better. I didn't want it over here in the video because it's such a high back and everything. It just kind of, I wouldn't have the space. Like it would just be, keep in mind, here and here. Like I'm not moving my hands too far and I'm hitting the other desk because it's just desk going down this way. I have a center spot. I can literally spin around and work on another computer from the other side. That's how somewhat narrow the room is. So putting that big chair up this way, it takes up the whole area and I don't like the look of it. So we will be back this week. Yes. So we will be back Tuesday. We're going to do it. Oh no, they killed Kenny. Damn it. Kenny always got to take it. It's not fair. It's not fair. And if you haven't hit the damn like button, you better damn well hit it. Sorry. So yeah. So anyway, we're going to be back on Tuesday, regular time, and we are going to start with some sort of tech thing. Whether I want to start working on my game gear, I'm not sure. That's a big. I know it's little, but it's a big project. There's a lot of stuff. I do have some already capped ones, so I may go grab one of those and tear those apart because there's a lot less work to do. But at the same time, I also want to do a capping video. So, it's one of those things where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I have cap kits here for them. Weird enough, I get them from, I believe, France. I'm not 100% where they're coming from. But everybody else wants the whole kit package, so someone's taking the time to bag it. I think I paid $7 for it US or something. And if I buy it loose or whatever, I think I'm paying like $20 for it. It doesn't make any dang sense. So when I order from them, I order like 4 or 5 bags and I just put them in a drawer. And I got, extras for this, extras for that. And it's just kind of nice to have it because that's the number one thing with a game gear. First, you want to make sure you refurbish the product before you start making it, your super product. What a waste of time that would be. Just a big waste of time. So, anyway, again, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for coming in. I do appreciate the reach outs that people have done, and I didn't say reach arounds, I said reach outs. And I do, consider you guys all friends at this point. So that's the thing, right? Our regulars are friends, and I respect that. You guys talk to me after hours through emails or posts or whatever, and that's awesome. So, and some of you guys I do actually get to see, and some I definitely would probably never see. I have no idea. But anyway, guys, thank you. And I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I'm doing my best to get back on track, get things going, and not miss weeks, whether it has to be solo or not solo. We just want to get it done. Biker Stuff on YouTube. completely on topic. Yeah, it sounds exactly like what I do on my YouTube channel. Yeah, sounds just like it. Just like it. Anyway, I'm hoping my audio was better. I really stuck this, kind of. It turns out I was right the first time. My microphone's supposed to be sideways just like I thought it was, and not this way, And I'm hoping that this was the best, clearest, or focused that it's been. And that's, hopefully what I'm going for here to get my audio back up, because my audio has been really low. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to run the intro again because it's just the coolest thing in the world. Woo! And I'm back. And I'm back. But I'm not back because, guys, thank you. It is game over.